For the last 14 years, Martin Hall has been a fixture on Golf Channel and Golf Pass with his School of Golf show, where he had some of the best ever to swing a club and join him to help you improve your game. Well, he announced that he will be stepping away from the show and retiring at the end of the month. He talked recently with our Anna Jackson.
We are so pleased to welcome in our good friend Martin Hall into Golf Central. Martin, congratulations on what an incredible career. You began School of Golf in 2011. Could you ever have imagined making more than 400 episodes over 15 seasons when you first began?
Not even in my wildest dreams, Anna. It was, it exceeded every expectation I've got 100 times. I didn't... When I actually met Kevin Schultz for the first time, I felt fairly sure I'd do about 8 shows in 2011, and that would be it. And 430 shows later, the little voice in my head said, "This has been a great run, and now is a time to spend a bit of time with your wife and step back a bit and enjoy life." I think I feel like I've led my life for the most part in a motorboat going down a river at about 100 miles an hour, and I'd like to be on a canoe with a paddle for a while.
Yes, you deserve to slow down a little bit. As you say, it has been a roller coaster and such an iconic show here on Golf Channel. Over the years, you had 10 World Golf Hall of Famers on, including Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Annika Sorenstam. What are some of your favourite memories from those unforgettable guests?
Well, they're all lifetime memories, Anna, but I'd have to say, in no particular order, I wouldn't pick any one person over any other, but having Jack Nicklaus call into the show, that was beyond special. I used to work for Jack and still know him, but to have him do that was great. Actually having Arnold Palmer on School of Golf, on the tee, at the Bay Hill tournament was... don't think I've ever really been any more nervous than that. And, you know, so many. I mean, Sir Nick Faldo, obviously special to me as I come from that side of the Atlantic, as do you. And Tom Watson, one of my childhood heroes, he was marvellous. We had him on 3 times and spent time with Tom. So Annika, that we've known for a long time, and she's, you know, she was amazing as a golfer, and she's been amazing since then, too. She's terrific for the game of golf. So to have been involved in any and all of that has been quite spectacular, really. And I suppose as I look back at it, I sort of have to pinch myself and think, did I really do that? Did that really happen? Was it just a dream?
Yes, you did, Martin, and you are a legend in the world of golf instruction. I mean, not only did this show change your life, but the thousands and thousands of amateur golfers that have been helped by the tips that you have given them over the years. How much pride do you take in thinking about that and thinking about how many games that you've improved over those years?
Well, I think what I'd say about this show, I mean, look, it's a great compliment when people come up and say, "Oh, I love the show, it's great, it was wonderful." And, you know, as it expanded, it's worldwide now on Golf Pass. Absolutely, we get emails from South Africa, Australia. I mean, all over the world, all over the world. But for me, it's been a privilege, certainly, to do it. It's also been an enormous responsibility to put something out sensible every time we put it out, and you know, to give the viewers some idea of the number of shows we've done. Every other week, without fail, for 15 consecutive years, I did a show. That's the time span of it. 15 consecutive years, every other week, did a show. Long time. But yes, it's a privilege, it's responsibility, but it's been an enormous pleasure. And you know, as I said to Kevin Schultz, my boss, I feel I put my heart and soul into every show. I hope people could see that. Sometimes filming is easy, sometimes not so much, as you well know. Sometimes it has its moment, shall we say. But it's been great. I mean, the places we went to the St Andrews Learning Centre in Scotland, and, you know, we actually hit balls at Jacksonville at the TPC the week before the Players. We played 16, 17 and 18. And, I mean, it was just been an absolute thrill and a challenge And, you know, there's been a great crew that have been there with Kevin Schultz and Brett Brilliante to push me to continue to try and come up with original drills. And I've loved every minute of it. I mean, it's the right time for me, whatever that means. It's the right time for me to sort of step away and have a little bit of space in my life. But it's been an enormous part of my life, and I'll always have incredibly fond memories of both going into the studio and you know, doing the work with Golf Pass. It's been fantastic. That's what I can say, really.
Like you say, I mean, half an hour of tips every week for the last 15 years. Surely there are no tips more to be given out. But somehow, Martin, you always found a way to bring the fun, to bring the creativity, to sort of teach golf in a way that not many people had seen it been taught before, which was just so refreshing always to watch. What do you want the legacy of School of Golf to be?
I actually don't think it's for me to choose what the legacy should be. I've never thought that I would leave a legacy. I would actually think it would be a bit pompous if I said I want my legacy to be this. I think that's for others to choose. I hope that people will look at School of Golf and Martin Hall and Blair O'Neill and say, you know, they really tried hard to help us play better golf, and some of what they said really did help us, and they were fairly entertaining, and Blair managed to put up with Martin for all those years. And, you know, I think that's how I would see it. I wouldn't see it as a legacy. I don't think I left a legacy. Hopefully people will think of me fondly, but not of a legacy.
I don't know. I think people are going to be watching this show for the rest of time to come. And Martin, I have to put you on the spot here. Of all your thousands of tips that you have given over the years, what is the one tip that you would still stand by above all of the others?
Well, I didn't know that one was coming. You sneaky person. I would say above anything in golf, hitting the ball solid, meaning hitting it in the middle of the club, is the most important thing. And the simplest tip you could ever have is to put a tee just outside the toe of the club and a tee just outside the heel of the club, and make a gate and just hit between those two tees. I've used it for years. Now we'll continue to use it for years, and it's a great drill to help people hit the ball in the middle of the club. I think that's the most important thing in golf, not hitting it straight, but hitting it solid in the middle of the club. Mm-hmm. So that would be my favourite. I have about 7,000 others, but that would be my favourite.
Martin, you are always such a joy to talk to, such a joy to watch. You've given so much to this game in so many different ways, and we hate to see you put the clubs away on the show, but congratulations on everything that you have accomplished, and best of luck with everything going forward. And take some time to relax.
I will. I'm going to start working with my most difficult student, that is me. I am my next project.
Well, good luck. We look forward to seeing the improvements, Martin. Thank you.
Bye-bye.